Hey guys, Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow wants to do today. So far, I'm going to start off with the Elliott wave theory, just to kind of catch everyone up to speed. Haven't covered net gas in a while, but I figure I'd give you a nice little catch up here. So as of right now, our wave 5 is still that March 10th high, 490. 1, 2, 3 was that 425 low. We got our fourth, 5/9, 2025. That was around 379. And now we're in this area that is it going to break higher? Going to continue going sideways? Or we're going to follow and end on a wave 5? There's a wave 5 projecting around 258. So this is what the Elliott wave theory is indicating. So far, Stokes are positive. So the momentum, it looks like it wants to go higher, but this is what's going to determine if it's going to go higher or not. That 380-ish level that we did on May 9th. It's your wave 4. These little stars is indicating that if we close, we did it here, but then pull right back in. But if we close above 380 and continue pushing higher, then all this count right here is going to adjust. That means there is no wave 5 going down. We're probably going to start trending higher. Good news is you're above the projected moving average. Stokes are positive. My fractal cycle says watch out for around 610, 69, 610. This area right here, possible turning point. Maybe that's why we just kind of quiet, because the bears are probably going to pounce here. But this is all my speculation. This fractal cycle is just kind of sideways, and then it kind of gets this bump. Time clusters, be careful for 610. So you can see that 612. This is 610, 11, 12. This area right here is going to be a hot zone for a possible turning point. So just be cautious. MACD is positive. ADX, DMI is positive. Let's look at our Gann grid. As you can see, we are above the halfway point, and we got, you can say, the 1/4 right here, 393. This is going to be an area that it could stall unless it pushes higher. Then you got this angle, and then you got the high, 490. But right now, we're kind of two angles that we're having a tough time right now. It's kind of having a tough time exploding higher. So just be careful. If it's going to push higher, 393, great target. Keep an eye out for the 3/4. It's coming up. That's around 612. So you can see that this area right here is going to be very hot. There's a lot of things lining up. The cycle's a little ahead. Time clusters are nailing it right here. So we could kind of maybe have a bull trap and then turn if it's going to follow the Elliott wave theory. And if it's not, and it's going to explode, then all you got to do is just watch price action. But this is the zone. I call it the kill zone, depending on what price is going to do. The big volume going down, that's the kill zone. They shot it there to bring her down. But if they push it up, you just got to see where the volume is. Stokes are positive. Let's look at some levels here. You can see linear regression channel pointing higher. These are targets. This is that 393. You can see the ellipse technique is telling you 610, high volatility. I don't even know what that day is next week, but whatever it is. These are targets to the upside. This is targets to the downside, and obviously your wave 5 projection, if it plays out, 258. Assuming we're going down. So it's in that transition, but so far making higher highs and higher lows. We just got to take out this 380 and have a close above there. So maybe next week if we could, if at the end of this week, if we could stay above 380, that's going to be interesting. Because then you want to see it, once we pass the kill zone, you want to see it push even higher. And then if that happens, that means it's going on a hunt for 490 and all the stops above. So that's how I'm watching it. So then you got EIA report coming out today. So let's see how that is going to affect it. If it's going to give it this bump for next week, they could pounce it, or not good numbers and then maybe pop it. Let's go to the next clip. Okay, looking at a market profile, you can see that there's a strong level here, even though we pierce it, but we just don't last too long above there. But the value area high is 375, and the point of control is 363. So that's why we're seeing it kind of chopping here back and forth. We lose 363, we're going down to 340, even to 336. As long as we can stay above this line and close above 375, I'm thinking even 380. Have a close above it this week and into next week, and get away from this area right here. Then things will look promising. Looking at our simple glance chart, MACD is still negative on the monthly. However, it's kind of chop fest pretty much. Can't get above 419. Doesn't want to crack 288. You got this big pivot here around 327. The candle is positive, but you need to close above 374. On the monthly chart, you get Momo to the upside. Trying to get out of the mobile vans. On the weekly, same thing. Trying to stay above the 20 SMA and the mobile band. You got PPS buy signal. MACD is positive. So this is kind of leading that it wants to go higher. At the 200 up here around 392. But we need to close above 368. We have to have a positive number or whatever the catalyst is to get it above 368 and close. We need to get away from 368 to get higher. Good news is that we're above the cloud. The regression channels are slightly higher, so it looks like it wants to continue going higher, and the MACD is positive. On the daily, things get a little more interesting here. You are at what we call the volatility zone. This is where prices get erratic, back and forth until we close above 388. Once you have a close above 388 and it continues going higher, then on the short time frame and the medium time frame, it's bullish. Right now, this is where it could get a little interesting. You can see the MACD looks like it wants to cross over. Chopping around the 100, staying above the 20, the 50, and the 200. Linear regression channel slightly pointing higher, but the future on the Kumo cloud hasn't turned positive yet. So it's very tricky. And I don't know, if you ask me, I think by the end of this week and next week, we'll have an idea if it's going to be above here or if it's going down here. Looking at geometry, a lot of things that make sense here is that we're trying to get back in the angle of the APF, just 370. Bears are just not letting the bulls get control of this angle. And why is that angle important? Because you're anchoring from the 152 low. You're anchoring from the 610 high, and you're anchoring from the 827 low. What that angle is right here. Not letting the bulls take control. So they're trying to keep it in check. But once the bulls push higher, this would be your next target. And eventually maybe get to the midpoint. Let's see our channels. Either there's some resistance there, as long as we can stay above this quadrant around 364. So far, it looks promising to the upside. Let's see. Let's look at the last one here would be my SO. The SO is interesting. It came down here at the 1/3, which I've had all this laid out in the future. So if you follow my channel, you watch these videos, you get to see that all of this would have been turning points. So the 1/3 worked, 1/4 didn't work, the 1/3 worked. Came in a little early, pushed back. It was the bear trap at the halfway point, which was 519. Squeezed up, and now we're coming to the 2/3, which is 611. Remember 611 from the Elliott wave theory chart? This is a hot zone. So they could push it higher and maybe around here, maybe push it lower. Or push it lower, not good numbers, and rip it to the upside. So it could go either or. You just got to see which one is the one where price is going to go. And if it's going to turn there. Or it could just continue and then turn here. But we'll take baby steps. Let's see what direction is going to go once we get to this area. Going to be on the upper end to turn down or on the lower end to turn up. Let's go to our midpoint chart real quick. And you can see that PPS buy signal trying to close above 371, quadrants 387, the waves looking good, Stokes are looking good on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, we got good support at the 75%, which is 365, above the Mobos, which is good. You can see that there's some weakness settling in today, but it all depends on where we close. On the 4-hour chart, it's just been very quiet. The 75% has been holding, 367. So it's just holding here, and I think today the move will probably be revealed. It's going to crack. This is your line or your target, 352. It's going to push higher. This is your target, 383. And if it's going to be quiet, then those are your bigger targets till Friday. So far, it looks like on the 4-hour that it may want to wake up. As of now. In the hourly, your line in the sand between the bulls and the bears is 370. From here, 372 all the way to 373 targets to the upside and to the downside. You got 368, 366 extreme targets would be 375 all the way to 377. And for the bears, 364 all the way to 362. And that all depends when the number comes out, where is it going to go? But those are your extreme targets for today and with the highs and the lows of previous trading day. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on nat gas.